And welcome back everybody. Farming Sim 25, we're back here in the map of Zielonka. And the animals are looking good. The fields are, I think we're all done. Now, I have to admit, it's been about a week since I recorded the last episode. I do remember though that we messed up the auto load. Now, the good thing is, since then, DJ Goham has come out and pretty much had a similar problem to what I had. And in addition to that, also the rest of the mods are now slowly released. So if we're going to go down here now, look at that. We slowly have the full list, and look at that. We have autoload, we've got the bale autoload pack, which is all out. And then, of course, I still have the variable. And the Punchy SPX 816 is out. So all of those are now out. Now, the main thing is we would like to then pick up things that we then would like to pick up contracts that we can actually do something with. Now, he also did find out one other option in order to steal, so to say, the bales that you're creating. Now, the thing is, I don't know what am I getting. Am I getting straw? Am I getting hay or a grass? I don't know what we're going to be baling. So I'm going to try it out with this. Now, there's going to be round bales, which I personally think are really annoying. I want to borrow the items because I do not have a round baler. And then in addition to that, we want to go into the shop. Let's have a look. What do we have here? Nothing interesting. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go and we'll find ourselves a food mixer, a forage mixer, and you can take a lot, but I don't know how much we need. Let's have a look first. How many bales are we going to be making? All right, there we have it. Now let's have a look. What do we have here? Looks to be straw. It definitely is straw. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and do I need to unfold you? Probably. Okay, so I can already lower you, and then in that case we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go and put together all these bales. Right, so we're 75% done. We have 6 bales completed at the moment. Meaning each bale is 5,000 liters. Good for 30,000 liters. So we need to have a look. What can we pick up that can fit that much in order for us to be able to actually pick up the straw and turn it back into loose straw, because that's apparently the way that we can steal it. Well, borrow it permanently without returning. And they were 92%, meaning we can just finish all of it off, push it through. That's going to put it to 100%. Then we want to go and pick up the bales. There. So the contract is finished. Now let's quickly have a look here. We can unload the unfinished bale, which is good. Now we're going to go and get the alcohol, and then we're going to go and get ourselves the forage mixer in order to pick up all of those bales. Now I don't know how many of the bales we actually get. How many of the bales we're going to be able to fit in. So let's have a quick look here again at the forage mixers. So you can hold basically 2 bales. 5 bales. Yeah, it's going to be this one, isn't it? Because you're back to 5 and you're 5. So you're the biggest one. And then we need to get the upgrade here. Now, what is that going to cost me to lease it? $4,000. Gonna try, see if we make our money back. Now, I think this is a better idea than the Akko thinks it is, because it is struggling to get up this hill. It did his max speed though, 40 kilometers an hour. I really need to get some faster tractors too. And I think we're not too far away from the animal dealer, which would actually be a good thing. So we're going to go here, get out of you. Now, the thing that we want to do is we want to put on super strength. There we go. So at least we can pick them up. And we drop you in there. That puts you to work there nicely. So we're going to need to do 2 trips with this thing. Yeah, it's 12%. I don't think we're going to be able to fit all of them in there. So it'll be 2 trips, but that is okay. I mean, there's still a couple of bales in there. Can I use this to just transport the other ones as well? I mean, that would be good. I would like that. I'm not sure if it can carry it. The Akko is really starting to struggle though. So I think this is going to fill her up almost. Because we had the one incomplete bale, otherwise she would have been full. Does that mean that this is the last one? Because if that is the case, I should be able to just push you in like that. Physics be darned, there's no such thing as a solid wall on this thing. Which, I mean, I think we got all of them. Then let's go and have a quick look. Of course, we need to save in between. Now, let's have a look, because I think this is the animal dealer. That's the manure. That's the liquid manure. And that is you. So let's tag you and let's move our way over. Slowly. Very slowly. Not that I don't want to go any faster, but she can't pull it. No, don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Alright, so we can dump the straw. Now let's have a look how much money do we make off of that. As long as it's more than $4,000, we are good. I'm not sure though. No, we're halfway. Might just about break even. Then the question is it going to pay for itself in the longer run? 3,590. Although, I remember, let's unload you. I remember because we also have this thing, the vehicles, and let's get you there. So, if I now return you, yes, thank you. I get back 1,700 minus that, so then it was actually worth it, but just slightly. We made like $1,000 on that. On the other side, what we did make a little bit more money on, and that is the actual contract. So it's going to be worth it as long as we have multiple trips that we can combine together. Now in this case, I'm going to go and, oh yeah, we never turned in the mowing contract either. It is completed. It's not that much money though, so let's just collect it and then you 4,000. So all in all, we made let's say $5,500 with that, which is good. I can live with that. And then with you part done, let's quickly have a look here. We're looking at 231 eggs at 106 kilos in total. And on this side, how we're looking honey-wise, 400 kilos, 486 liters. Sounds about right. Now, I think we're done. Quickly having a look here. That's a farmland that we own. That is correct. We don't own anything else. That's just that there's canola on there, which is good. So we've got wheat. Now, field 31 and field number 6 also do have wheat. All of them are in growth stage. No, they're not. So those ones are in harvested stage. We are the only one 44 is growing. What do we have in 44? Barley. So maybe 44 is going to be interesting to buy later on. Farmlands, let's have a quick peek. 147,000, which is not too bad. And it is right next to what we already own. So eventually we'll be expanding out to 44, 42, 43, and 47. So with all of that done, it is time to first pay off as much as we can. Let's go into finances and let's repay until we are at 2,000. Now we're going to be hit with quite a bit in interest. How much do we have outstanding? 215,000. Let's see how far we can get. It is time for a nap. 760 euros in loan interest, 730 in vehicle leasing. But got to return some things, I think. But all in all, it is not looking too bad. I mean, we're at minus 833. We can easily sort that again. Just quickly go in here. And we borrow 5 grand. There we go. And now we're up to 4,000 again. I mean, we already owe 220,000 anyway. So it's not really going to make a difference. It was just trying to lower it as much as we can in order to not have the problem that we pay too much on interest. Now, let's have a quick look here. How are we looking? So we've got... So those are our chickens. We've got 10 chickens that are 10 months old, 20 chickens that are 4 months old. We got 10 chickens that are now 2 months old. And look at that. We've got 10 new ones that are 0 months old. They are just born, which is amazing. So we have them running around right about there, which is great. Now, let's have a look. How are we looking egg-wise? They... Quite a few more, 320 pieces, now 124 kilos. So that is good. And here we also nearly doubled on the honey, which is now, well, we didn't double on it, but in crates count, we doubled. It's 547 liters. Now, what is that money-wise? Because so far, it's been fairly disappointing. I mean, looking at everything that we have is 33, let's say $34,000, which is not going to cut it. So we've got $800 in eggs. Honey, 1,000. We've got 1,000 in that. Now, next up, we need to have a look how the rest of the animals are doing. So the milk, we should have a little bit more in here now. We had 5 liters before. What are we looking at now? Oh, a little more. 155 liters. That is good. So these guys are starting to produce. Let's just quickly go through here. And sheep pasture for the goats. So reproduction is 20%. Oh, so that is 5 months. It's breeding age. Animals are healthy, older, it can reproduce. It doesn't tell me what the gestation period is, I think. No, don't see it, but that's fine. Maybe that is, though, in the animal dialogue. Let's quickly go here. Gestation period is 5 months, so I was right on that. So we're looking good here. 155 liters of milk, which is nice. Then here we've got our horses. How are you guys doing? So Dakota is at 590. Bought it for 500, so we're slowly now starting to really increase it. Of course, we actually increased quite a bit because look, last month we would have to pay money to take them away. Right now we are actually earning, so we did increase their value by quite a bit, which is really good. Now their health is at 100%, fitness is at 50, daily riding is 0% yet because we didn't ride them yet for today, but we will be doing that in a moment. Then let's quickly have a look at the other animals that we have, because we've got our sheep right around the corner. Here they are. And you all got food? We have plenty of food for now. And how we're looking wool-wise, 570 liters of wool. So how does all of that stack up? So the wool is 1,000. Then next up, we've got the goat milk, which is 890. And it is actually, well, it is dropping down, which doesn't really mean that much because we've got our prices. Well, I thought we had them fixed. Did I not put the mod in to fix the prices? Yeah, it's like 6. So yeah, the mod is in, it does its work. It's just that because it's only small fluctuations, it shows us massive spikes. That's fine. So how are we then looking? Not for the hay. So those are the fruit types. That's the miscellaneous. Now I've got goat milk. Not sure why it doesn't show, because it's not in storage, it's still standing out there, which is fine. So at the warehouse, well, we could buy it. We can only sell it at the dairy, and it is at a, well, high price at the moment. Although there's a couple of $100 difference in here, so that actually may be worth it. And we're quite high. Bad to you too. How are we looking here, though? So reproduction rate's 20% also here. That's going to be good. And then offspring in 4 months. Here it actually tells me offspring in 4 months. Maybe it did that at the goats as well. It's just I don't know how to read. Hello, Odyssey. Hope you're doing good. Let's go and take you for a ride. Now, look at this. Alright, let's go and let's take us. Oh, look. I like that. Houston, we have no shadow. I mean, the horse does, we don't. Do I have legs? I do have legs now. Maybe, I think I see a foot down there, but I'm not too sure. So, yeah, oopsie. Now, he does become very, very dirty when we do take him for a ride. But on the other side, there. See, it goes nice and fast to clean him up again, so we're up to 55% cleanliness already. There we go. And that is you all done. Now, next up is going to be Lana. Let's take Lana also. Can we put Lana on the cruise control? No. Fair enough. I mean, this is a nice early morning ride, though. 8 o'clock in the morning. Our grass seems to be growing a little bit. There's still some hay left there, but we'll let that be. Horse Lana's back in the stable, so if you drive with a horse into the lake, they magically teleport back into the stable. Let's have a look how far Lana got. Is she at least clean? She should be. She took a nice swim. Here's Lana. Riding 82%. Cleanliness I didn't see. But let's finish this off. And there we go. 98, 99, and 100%. She's also all done now. Obviously I had to test if I could drive her into a lake. Well, ride. Same thing, right? There. Now let's get you, brush you out. Let's clean her up. Yeah, she was all dirty. Yeah, brush. There, so you are all clean. You, reproduction time 5, rate offspring in 4 months. So yeah, it did tell me. All I had to do was actually read. At least we got that clarified too. All right, now next up is going to be Pablo. Let's take Pablo for a ride. And also Pablo goes brush, and it's all going to be nice and clean. Now, I'm still astonished that they don't walk out of this place when either the fences open or the doors. But it's always good to see that they're still behaving. Alright, Lana was done. I think the only one that's left is Dakota. There we go. And let's also take Dakota then for a quick ride around. And then we have last but not least also Dakota done. And let's get them nicely brushed up so they're nice and clean again. There, so that is all of this done. Let's close you again. Let's put you away. Now, I think that means we are done for the horses. Quickly have a look. So health is at 100%. Sexual maturity is at 9. Cleanliness as well as riding is all up to 100%. Fitness is up to 50. Their food is well above 19,000. So we are absolutely good there. I think we're done this month for the horses. Now, looking at you, you've got food, you've got water, you have meadow. Reproduction rates are 20%. I don't think we have anything to do for you this month. And how are we looking here? We already quickly checked on them, but let's have a look. So yeah, reproduction time is 2 months. We're back to 0. Sexual maturity is between 0 and 66%, of course, because we've got these little fellas and they're just born. Then we have our wheat that is growing, and I don't think we have anything else to do. So there's a plowing contract out there. Now, we don't have a plow. If I'm going to go and hop onto the Acco, there, let's get you started. Let's try this. Now, what does the Lizard MT cost? I don't have the 12 meters version yet, so I only have the 9 meters version, and that's going to be 19,000. And to lease would be 1,000. And that's kind of the thing, because if we then go here to lease, it will be 799, including the tractor and the plow, but it will take longer. Now, what we could do is we could buy it, but for that, we're going to need to push up our loan again. Like, again. Oops, it just fell in my lap. What can I do? I mean, now we own it, might as well use it. Oh, look. It's nice. All the leaves on the side of the roads and the road's getting dirty-ish. I like that. I am going to put it on backwards. I don't think it still works, but it's kind of like a thing that's inside the brain. Where it used to be that you could run these ones backwards. If you could drive in the first place. And then you could do it with nearly no horsepower. Don't know if that still works. Don't know if that's still a thing, but we'll find out. So let's go, and let's go here. Now it's at field number 77, and we're going to be accepting the contract. Contract has started. Perfect. And then now we want to get you. So we want you to set destination. And how about you just drive there? No, I set destination, drive. There, better? Yeah, like this we can do it. Set destination. Perfect. You're gonna go or... Blocked by an object. You are an object. And then we have a whole lot of cultivating contracts, and some of them actually are fairly decent money. Now, we've got the John Deere 980. Let's have a look what else is out there cultivator-wise, though. I mean, you're just a beast, but we're going to need 400 horsepower to pull that, which we don't have. You do have a working with those 14 meters. You're 9. What's the John Deere 980 at? 4. So we'd be looking at you minimum before it's going to be worth it. And you're 10 times the price. What are you to lease? 320 horsepower. I don't know if we've got that in 4 grand to lease it. That is a lot. What do we pay for you? 700. So that would put it to 1,500. The rear wheels are steering with it. I like this thing. I didn't think I was gonna like the lint track, but you nice, I like. All right, so you need to go to field number 30. So if we now take you, set destination, and how about you go right about there? Because I don't think you're going to be able to make it across. Perfect. So with you now on the way, we can move on to the next one, which is going to be field 41, which is where we're already headed. And you're also going to cost me 779. So how about we also borrow you? And we've got the same lint track. It is the exact same setup. Don't know if we've got a contract with a leasing company or so, but it works. We'll just pick them up. I'm gonna have to get used to the rear wheels turning with me, but what is the cost of this lint track? Tractors, I think you're a medium. 123,000. With a front loader. Of course we want it with a wheel weight. Now, what do you have? Wow, that's it. 136 horsepower. I mean, I like that, but also I don't. So if we're now going to go in here and we set it to AI worker, let's quickly have a look. How many headlands does it like? So we can see it now, hopefully. There. So it wants 4 headlands. Well, seems to be working. And you also seem to be working. So I think we're good. And let the AI workers nicely do this and we'll have a quick look. Now, this is the field that we needed to plow. Yeah, it is. So let's have a look that we get you unfolded. And we'll just quickly do this one ourselves. I mean, it's only a tiny field. Although it would be nice to just get all of these fields and put it all together into one big one. Could give us a decent amount of grass that we can turn into silage and it will be selling really, really well. Limited to fields, that's how we want it. Contract on field 30 is 10% complete. That is good. You go. You go for it. Okay, so that is done. And then we want you, and we'll put it on steering assist. You say 2 headlands if that is what you would like. Not a problem. We lock you in. We lower you. And there we go. Now, does this count and work? It does. Beautiful. Not sure how the lines are in that direction if I'm pulling it in this, but sure. It does still seem to be the case that it loses the need for horsepowers when you've got it backwards, which I absolutely love. And boop. Pick you up, turn you around again, and let's do that in the other direction as well. And just like that, we're already up to 90%. It just took a couple of spins. So with this thing, plowing contracts are a viable option of earning money. They usually do pay quite well. Don't remember what we're going to get for this one, but we can quickly check that out. So let's go here and there. So the plowing is completed. It's going to be 3.5 grand. Just for this. So stop you, pull you up, there we go. And now we're just going to go here, turn that in, thank you very much. And if we turn around, it looks like a horrible job, but that's okay. So that's 3,000 euros right back into our bank account, and that's the way we like it. Now let's quickly get here, let's return you, although let's quickly look. Do we have any other plowing? We don't. And in that case, we're just going to go and send you back to the main farm. Set destination, and you can wait right there. Because if I put you anywhere else, you're going to get confused. How you doing? So far, okay. Yeah, you have a little bit troubles with the headlands, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Well, that is what it is. Well, you're well on the way. Good. So with all of that now quietly on the way, I don't think there's a whole lot more for us to do right now. And since this one is by far the biggest field, we're just going to go and take it over. And hopefully we can get a little bit of speed in here in order to complete it off. Because this is the last thing that we're going to need before we can go back to sleep. And there we go. AI worker E has completed their task, which means... there we go. You are done, which is great. So we can... put you on the completed contracts, space to collect. Thank you very much. And we are now standing in the... We just cultivated it. Don't ask questions. Okay, and this guy is halfway done. And there we go. Now we've got, I think, 2 more headlands to go. And after that, we are finally done with this field. So we are currently at 76%. But yeah, the headlands are just so much and so long that they take up such a big percentage. So for now, I'm just going to go sit here, tick through it, and I'll see you guys when we're done. And there we are at the last pass at 93%. Now she's a little bit struggling, and I'm going to be happy when this is over because I spent way too much time here cultivating this field. So cultivation contract, unless you've got a big butt type, no. Just no. And then I know that the big buds are not out yet, at least the mod isn't. But looking at all of these fields, all of this, there, around there, all the way until back here, we'll just go around the grain mill. We can put all of that into one massive field. Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, I have no idea what to put in there, but whatever we're going to put in there, we're not going to need a whole lot of equipment to do it. It's just going to need to be big. Yeah, remember when I said I liked the lint track? Okay, scratch that. To make turns with equipment behind this thing, it is an absolute nightmare. It turns too short, it turns too long, it wiggles the equipment. No, let me just stick with the John Deeres and hopefully, well, contract done. Well, in that case, thank you very much. And the rest, I love it how you can see where the contract was done and we'll, okay, bye. Well, maybe that wasn't completely done, but sure, it said it was done, so we are done. So now we're up to $13,000 again. And let's have a look here. What did we pump in here? So what do we spend all our money on? Okay, yeah, we bought the subsoiler, which is fair enough. Now let's have a quick look here in contracts. Do we have any new plowing contracts? Not yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take a quick nap. Now, not too long. Okay, so I cannot take a 2-hour nap, so then we'll just do it the old school way. There, now let's have a look. Do we have any new contracts out here? Cultivating, there's one more plowing out there, field number 7. Let's kick you out as well, and we still have the echo here. So let's now set you up to go towards field number 7. And that should definitely then help us out, get a little bit more money in before we're going to go and take a nap. And look at that. So after 1 o'clock in the night, we're dropping to the sub-zeros at 9 p.m. and then we're going to stay there until pretty much March. And then we're looking here again at snow. So tonight, 1 o'clock until January-ish, we're going to be having some snow out there as well. So let's see how that's going to look. Now, we're going to be sleeping overnight, so it will be white when we wake up in the morning. But first things first, we need to get to really plowing the field. Now, it does look to be like a nice square field, so it should be relatively easy. Yeah, so we can just, yeah, you finished? Good. So let's hold on to you, and we'll do this on steering assist. Okay, let's have a look what you look at. You want to do it now? Yes, you do. And you still want 2 headlands. Now, how about I tell you I want no headlands? None. 0. No, so we have to do at least 1. Alright, that is fine. I'll do the 1, but no more than that, because it is a nice straight up and down field. So just before, and we're going to H-lock you, and then we're going to just lower you, and let's get going. I mean, how can you say no to a contract like that? I mean, it's really, really easy money. It's just you drive around a little bit, you drop the Lizard MT, you pick it up, you get it stuck on a tree, which helps you to brake. You know, it's just nature helping the braking process. And then we just H-lock her, we drop her down. It looks absolute garbage. Then again, it's not our field, so who cares about that? And there we go. We lift her up again, we turn her around, and we do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times, and we're good to go. And just like that, we are already at 97, 98, 99, and 100%. There we go. Thank you very much. So we'll just lift you up, fold you up, not get stuck in all the trees, hopefully, and we'll just, I don't know, spin it over the neighbors. Spin it over the neighbors' fields because, well, they're not here, and if they're not here, they don't see it. If they don't see it, they probably will not mind. And then when we turn in this contract, hopefully, we've made ourselves enough money again to pay that off, to be back to, not entirely. I would have liked to be back at 220,000, not our field, so we can dip it into the corner. If we do that here, we're actually destroying our crops. Stupid weeds are still there. Even after the game's been off for a week, we got it back in. But probably when we get the next harvest, well, when we get the next stage in growth, we should be good on that. All right, so with this contract now also done, let's lower it. No, not you. Turn you off, turn you off. Let's get out. And now let's go and turn in the actual contract. There we go. Thank you very much. That's 4,300, meaning we can now go back in here and we can reduce you to 225. So we've increased our loan by 5%. Now, is there anything else that we need to do? I do not think so. And with that, we're just going to go and set it up to there, 7:30 in the morning. Let's head it to January and let's see the snow falling. At least, I think it's going to be white. January, usually, yeah. Well, it's definitely cold and, well, all of this is dead, that's for sure. How are we looking weather-wise then? 11 o'clock, we're going to get some snow. All we need to do, though, is care for the animals. You have more than enough food. So we've got 11 months, 5 months. How are you looking, though? You're starting to produce eggs. Reproduction 0, health 0. That a healthy and older than 6 months can reproduce. So in 1 month time, you're going to go into the reproduction cycle. And then we've got the two of you. But that's good. So we buy them for 50. Oof. But if we now start selling everything that was born here, we're not right there yet, but we're getting close. We're getting really, really close. How are we looking eggs-wise, though? Not bad. 458 pieces. What is that monetary value-wise? Because that tells me way more. Still about 1,000. So not a lot that has changed since the last month. Here we are looking at 547 liters, which I think is still about the same, about 1,000. Yeah, so not much has changed there, probably just because it's too cold. How are we looking here, milk-wise, though? We had 155, we got 383, so at about 2 grand. Goat milk, 2 grand. See, not bad. And you guys are reproduction in 3 months. You still have enough food, you still have enough water, so we're good there. You guys will take care of in a minute. And then last but not least, we've got the sheepies. You have more than enough food still. I mean, food is okay-ish, but we're going to need to top that up before the winter is over. Then again, we're kind of counted on that, so that's good. So you're 1,000 liters, you're 367 liters. How we're looking hay-wise, wool-wise, almost 3 grand. So we're looking really good when it comes to wool, and we're looking okay when it comes to goat milk and the eggs and the honey. Okay, guys, but that's going to be it for this episode. I'll be riding the horses, getting those ones ready, and then I think it is time to just, I don't know, skip forward, because I don't think there's going to be anything that we can do. I mean, cultivating, no. There is another plowing contract, so we might pick up that, but we'll see about that in the next one. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.